Okay, now see question number 10. Find the amount and the compound interest on 50,000. Principal is given 50,000 here, and the time is given 1.5 years, and the rate of interest is 8% per annum. The interest being compounded semi-annually. This is the important point. The interest is compounded semi-annually. So the most important factor of this question is that here the interest is given compounded semi-annually. In the previous question it was given compounded annually. Semi-annually means in 1 year the compound is adding 2 times. Okay, so in 1 year there are 2 conversion periods. So in 1.5 year there will be 3 conversion periods. Okay, and one more thing is that this interest is given per annum, and in the question the interest is compounded semi-annually. So it means that the rate of interest will be half. So we will calculate like R is equals to 8 by 2. So this is 4% half yearly or semi-annually. We can write this. Okay, so same process we will use to calculate the interest for first converging period. Here we have to find the interest for 1.5 year. It means there are 3 converging periods. There are 3 conversion period here. Conversion period. It means that in 1.5 year the interest will be added 3 times. Okay, so we are calculating the interest for first conversion period, that is for 6 months. So it will be P is 50,000 and the rate of interest is 4%. We will take 4 because the rate is given per annum and the compound is semi-annually. That's why we have to divide it by 2, because in 1 year there are 2 semi-annually periods, right? So rate is 4 and the time is, we are taking 1 conversion. This is 1 more 0. 50,000. Fine. This is the rate of interest 4% and 1 is the first conversion period, and here it is 100. So we will calculate, these 2 0 will cancel out. The interest will be 0 0 4 5 is 20. So this is the interest for first conversion period, that is 2,000. So now the amount will be principal plus interest. So it is 50,000 plus 2,000. So now it will be 52,000. So, okay, so after first conversion period, this is the amount. So now this amount is considered as a principal for the next converging period. So now we will calculate the interest for the next converging period. So now the principal is 52,000 and the rate is 4 and again it's 1 and 0. These 2 0 will cancel out. So the interest for the second conversion period will be 4 0, 4 2 is 8, 4 5 is 20. So this is the interest for the second. So now we will calculate the amount. So amount will be, we will add this 52,000 plus 2,080. So the amount will come 54,080. Okay, this is the amount for the third conversion periods. So now we will take this as a principal. So now again we are calculating the interest for third conversion period. So 54080, this is the principal, rate is same, and this is 100. This 10 will cancel out. Okay, so we will just multiply it. 4 8 is 32, 4 4 is 16, 6, 1 carry, 4 5 is 21 upon 10. So the interest will be 2163.2. This is the interest for third year, and now the amount will be 54080 plus 2163.2. So the final amount will be 0.238614 4 1 carry 112 4265 56,243. Okay, this is the final amount after 1.5 years. means after 3 conversion periods. Okay, so in this question, what was asked? Interest being compounded semi-annually, find the amount we have calculated and the compound interest. So the compound interest will be this amount minus the initial amount, 56,243.2 minus 50,000. So we will get 6243.2. Fine. So this is the final answer. Like this we will calculate the compound interest, or we can also calculate this compound interest by using the direct formula. So what will be the change if we are using that formula that I told you to calculate the compound interest? Okay, so what are the changes in that formula? So let's see that. This one is clear? In this chapter only this is the only concept, right? See here, by using this formula, we know that amount is equals to P1 plus R by 100 and T. Okay, so see that R is given 8% per annum, but the compound is semi-annually. So first we have calculated the conversion periods. So there are 3 conversion periods. It means the time is 3 here according to the conversion periods, and rate of interest is per annum given. Semi-annually we are dividing this by 2. So the amount will be like, principal will be same, 1 plus R by 200 we can write in place of 100. Okay, or directly we can write like 2 into 100. Fine. And this is 3T. This T, basically T is the time period. And 3 is what? Why? Because there are 3 conversion periods. So we can directly write here 3. Time period is 3. And why we have divided it by 2? Rate of interest, because this is semi-annually and in the question it is given per annum, annually. That's why this is the slight change. And now if we calculate this by this method, so the same answer will come. This is 50,000, the principal, 1 plus rate 8 is given here. So 2 into 100 and the conversion period is 3. So by this also you can calculate. So the answer will be same. Okay, then finally you can find the compound interest. Or one more thing is there that I actually supposed to teach in this next exercise, but I can tell here also. Compound interest is amount minus principal. So directly, first what we are doing, we are calculating the amount and then we are subtracting. So directly by putting this here, we can make one new formula of compound interest. That is P1 plus R by 100T minus 1 only. This is the direct formula to calculate the compound interest. So whenever it's asked to calculate the compound interest, so directly we can use this as well. Or for first calculate the amount, then subtract this. So by any of the method, we can solve these questions. So here in this chapter, first and second exercise, there are only 2 concepts. How we calculate the compound interest. First by using the simple interest method. Okay, then directly by the compound interest methods. So you can solve all the questions. Very easy exercise. Any query you can ask. Off.